What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. And today is just, how the Knicks seasons went and how they, lost to the Heat Friday night. It was pretty disappointing. I mean, going to the series, I didn't think it was going to be easy, but I definitely think I favored us more just because, the regular season, even though it's just a regular season, but we matched up well against the Heat. We always had tough battles in the regular season, but when it comes to the playoffs, nothing matters in the regular season. Once you're in the playoffs, you're in. So, credit to the Heat. Their coach is Eric Spoelstra is just a phenomenal head coach. Tom Thibodeau is a good head coach, but he's going to get outcoached every single time against a coach like that. The problem I have with Tom Thibodeau, and I mean, he's a good coach, but the problem I have is he doesn't control his players. Like Julius Randle, his body language is just poor all the time, and he does nothing about it. I feel like the game he won in Game 5 in the Garden, when not many people saw it, but John Starks kind of talked to Julius Randle, and that flipped the switch for him, and he wasn't missing shots in the second half, and we ended up winning the game. You just need to light a fire under your players, and Julius Randle is one of those players. I think he's a little scared to get backed down by Julius Randle, but he needs to learn to if you're gonna be the coach of the Knicks and you have a player like Randle, you need to be in charge and tell him what to do. And if he's not playing good, you put somebody else in the OB so he likes to play better. His body language sucks. Guys like Jalen Brunson. I mean, Jalen Brunson's a hell of a player, and he's a superstar. He's a true stud, true point guard. Without him, it wouldn't even be a close series and RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett had a really good postseason. Last game was really bad. I'm excited for his future if he could keep that up, putting up the 20-plus points tonight. I think he fits well with Brunson. I do not know how Randle really fits. Problem I have with Randle is decision-making. When something's not falling for him, he keeps going to it like he's Kobe Bryant. You're not Kobe Bryant. I think you need to learn to pass the ball. And a lot of the times he drives and he's a wide-open shot, and then he passes it out. But you're scared to take that shot, but you will take a fadeaway mid-range and then a step back three like James Harden. You're not that type of player. You need to learn that you're not Steph Curry. You're not Kobe Bryant. You need to pass the ball to our best player, in Jalen Brunson. And then there's a lot of bad decisions in the fourth quarter. I mean, RJ Barrett was so bad. And then Josh Hart can't shoot. And I love Josh Hart, but he wasn't had the greatest series. It almost felt like every time he came in the series, it was just kind of a foul trouble. And then Isaiah Hartenstein was a really good player. I just think the problem was scoring. Mitchell Robinson is hit or miss with me. I mean, dominating the Cavs series, but I think he dominated the Cavs series because he's not a good perimeter defender. I feel like he's only going to be good when he covers somebody like Jared Allen and Evan Mobley, a guy that's not going to stretch the floor. Bam Adebayo is not really standing in the paint. He's kind of standing in the free throw range area, mid-range area, because he's a guy that can shoot mid-range. And then he gets a lot of times, he can't really block shots anymore because I feel like he kind of gained too much weight where, much was muscle. But I think where before when he was younger and he was a little lighter, he was able to get up higher and block shots. Now he can't really do that. And Gabe Vincent was just able, and Kyle Lowry was just able to try past him and put it up. And also what annoys me is the lack of his free throws. That's come on. Your shot is just terrible. You're in the NBA and your shot's going sideways. You're shooting it the other way and almost seems and you see Monty Williams got fired. I would love the Knicks, maybe, fire Tom Thibodeau and then want his route. Monty Williams coached the team to the finals. And I don't know why he got fired because the Heat, their teams are very deep. I mean, you traded your depth for KD, and then you're paying Ayton all this money, so you're not gonna have money. Ayton, Booker, Chris Paul, and Kevin Durant all are making max contracts, paying wise, and Mikal Bridges was really good with the Nets, and then you traded Cam Johnson away, so that's a lot of your depth and scoring. So that's I don't really see why he got fired, but I definitely would love to bring in Monty Williams. I think that'd be a good hire. I do like Rick Brunson, and I love Johnny Bryant. I don't think Rick Brunson's a head coach, but I think he's a good assistant coach to keep a Jalen Brunson. And as you see him in that video, he's not even on the Knicks yet in this. But I think if you get Johnny Bryant, I think I love about Johnny Bryant. I feel like he works really well with guards. Jalen Brunson, I feel and Manuel Quickly, I think a lot of his success goes to how Johnny Bryant coached him this year because he's really good with working with guards and wings. So I think RJ, honestly, is someone you could build with. Randall, I don't think he's a player you can win with. RJ, I do think someone it could stay in New York and continue to play here. Randall, it's and also still Knicks fans like tearing his picture down and like shit. Like they were like trade him and then like you stomped on it. It's just uncalled for. There's no point in doing that. Like it was uncalled for. Like I mean, I go on Instagram and I'll be like, "Oh, you suck ass," and say things like that. But I don't think tearing a guy's picture down and stomping on it, like you're a bunch of grown men doing this. It's kind of uncalled for. I know we lost the playoff series, but now because I'm gonna look. It's the AFC the Heat. I'm gonna look at the positives. We came a long way last year. We weren't even in the playing tournament. We were a lottery team. We got Jalen Brunson. Everybody said what they wanted, but the signing was bad and all that. Jalen Brunson's turning the franchise around. He's a superstar point guard. People are gonna want to come play here with him. Like there's gonna be tons of players. Like Giannis is a possibility. If you got Giannis, a true contender, I think it'd probably be through free agency. I don't think you would trade for Giannis. If you do, it'd cost a lot. And I see a lot of people with the Karl Anthony Towns thing. Like, I don't know. No one wants Karl Anthony Towns. Maybe some people do, but I'd rather stick with Julius Randle. Karl Anthony Towns is as soft as they come, and he's not really a great defender. I mean, he's a center. He's not a power forward. He's not really as good as Julius Randle is. That's the Anthony Edwards' team, and that's probably why they want to move him because he's too much money. He's a $60 million cap hit, $50 million cap hit, back-to-back years. So I'd rather stick with Randall. But honestly, I just feel like what really could change for us is just changing Julius Randle's like body language. If he just changes body language, we win that game. And it only really didn't come down to that much. I mean, we missed some free throws, and if Randall and RJ make maybe 3 more shots combined together, we win the game. It's really the difference. It was who made more shots. And it was just Jalen Brunson, where you look at the stat sheet where Jalen Brunson made 14 shots. And the Knicks made a total of 27 shots, and Jalen Brunson made 14 of the 27. The rest of the team made 13, which is pathetic. So you're not going to win a game like that with one guy scoring. I mean, maybe the old NBA it was possible, but this NBA, everybody's hitting threes and stuff. I think what the Knicks really need to do, I'm not trying to make this video too long, but what the Knicks really need to do this offseason is try to get some wings that can shoot, because it's very blocky when you have a lineup that like consistent of Brunson could shoot, but he's not. When he gets double teamed, he's to kick it out to the corner. Grimes can't really hit threes. Like I know that's supposed to be what he's supposed to do. He's supposed to be a 3-and-D player, but his 3-point shot, it just doesn't fall. It just doesn't fall. It hits sometimes. It's just not a consistent shot. He's a good driver. I like Grimes as like a finisher. He's not. I do not think he's a 3-point shooter. And I honestly think he would be. I think he could start, but I do think if you get a guy like Strus, DiVincenzo, some other free agents out there, for sure they can shoot threes. Needs that 3-point shooters. Hopefully we get the Mavericks pick and we can trade out for some of the Keontae George. That'd be cool. But anyways, guys, it's a positive season for all you Knicks fans or any of you Heat fans. GG's. It's a good series. It's not like we got one out sad. We went out fighting. That's all I really care about. Like if you went out fighting, I'm fine. But like the Sixers right now are getting smoked in a Game 7. If you go out fighting, I'm proud. I mean, I know it's Jalen Brunson, but he just gives me promise. We haven't had a point guard that looks sustainable in years. We haven't had a point guard in forever. And he's finally brought that here. So, I know it sucks. His season cut short, but you gotta look. We're gonna win the finals this year. The Heat are a really well coached team. You got Jimmy Butler, experienced playoff guy, and you have Bam Adebayo. And then you have Kyle Lowry that's won the championship. You have a lot of experience on that team, and then you have an experienced head coach that's been in the playoffs numerous amount of years. Year now, like every year he's in the playoffs. He literally won finals. Goes to all these conference championships. The Heat are such a good team with him. So props to them. Tom Thibodeau, you're a good coach, but I do not think you're right. The coach is going to take us to the promised land. Even Budenholzer got canned. He got canned out of his job. He's not even the coach, and he won a final. So it just shows how job security in the NBA is not safe. It's not like the NFL where you get some time, because it's harder to build a team in the NFL than the NBA, because NBA it's way more easier of a process, because you get one player, your team could instantly just change, like the Knicks, for an example. But anyways, guys, thank you for tuning in the video. If you're a new subscriber, thank you for tuning in, or if you're a new viewer, follow me on Twitter. Link is in the description. I didn't mean to make this video too long, but I just kind of wanted to talk about it. I was a little angry when they lost, but what are you going to do? Nothing changes in your life. So anyways, guys, thank you for watching. See you guys in the next video. Peace.